Hi, YouTube. So today we are definitely testing my ability to produce one of these a day in extremis, in that I am feeling rubbish. That's what I'm going to talk about today. I apologize. The result is going to be slightly TMI. But something I don't talk about very much, particularly in my writing, and I talk about it a bit on Twitter and the like, is quite how bad my digestive system is. Um, I've got like a really annoying amount of different food triggers, and this means sometimes I have days like today where at about 4 a.m. I got woken with intense gut pain. Cannot recommend. It's not a good way to be woken up at any time, let alone at 4 a.m. Um, but yeah, it's a thing that happens to me sometimes. It's probably some form of IBS. I can't say doctors have been terribly helpful with any sort of advice or diagnosis. They generally say things like, um, "Great, you seem to be doing everything right. Go away and come back and talk to us in 6 months, and we'll check in again," without offering any very useful advice. I've got a whole long list of exclusions, and it's not that long, it's just broad, where things seem to go better for me if I don't eat them. So I generally avoid wheat and dairy, for example, but no idea what last night's trigger was. It was a dinner that in principle shouldn't have had any problems. I suspect it's some combination of things that individually are acceptable on their own, but don't add up to something acceptable. Like there was quite a lot of red meat. I had some alcohol beforehand. There are quite a lot of fresh vegetables, including sweet corn, and there's been some suggestion that the fibrous sweet corn is a problem. Um, and um, for whatever reason, this was the thing my body decided to do. Decided to object to. And yeah, like I say, I don't talk about this that much because it's gross and super and frustrating and boring. But this is actually like one of the more significant features of my or significant things impacting my life these days, because it turns out that when you can't eat out and you can't have and when essentially breaking your normal food routine is stressful and high risk. A lot of things just aren't very much fun anymore. I used to be super into cooking, and I still cook, partly because cooking is the easiest way to sort of have consistent control over what it is I'm actually eating. But um, I can't say I'm a particularly adventurous cook these days, partly because I have to exclude so many things um, in order to be able to eat, and partly because every experiment it has to be weighed against, is this particular thing going to be worse rather than or going to come with an exciting set of problems. Um, I was very excited to discover that my local big Sainsbury's does gluten-free pork pies recently. I was less excited to discover this. Essentially, I feel terrible after eating them. And looked at the ingredients list, nothing in them. That should be a problem, but they seem to be anyway. And yeah, I think this is a sort of, it's not that my life is terrible as a result of this, but just like a very large number of things that people normally take for granted are if not ruled out, just made sufficiently stressful as to not really worth doing. And it's it's not much fun. I don't like it. And I think it's very easy to underestimate the impact, particularly because of this tendency of mine not to really talk about it that much and not to and to essentially downplay it and go, oh yeah, it's annoying, haha. But yeah, it sucks. I don't have a better conclusion than that. Bye for now.